At the end of the day, I think he was not fleeing a crime scene. I think he believed that he was fleeing for his
charges. The defendants are charged with criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree and third degrees for the possession of loaded 9mm gun.
The queen of the red carpet is now dodging the law. Jennifer Lopez, the epitome of glamour and success, finds herself entangled in a web of controversy that rewrites everything we thought we knew about her pristine image. A judge has issued an arrest order for J.Lo, thrusting her into the center of one of the most explosive celebrity trials in decades. Behind the glittering gowns and blockbuster performances lies a story darker than anyone could have imagined, one that connects her to Sean Diddy Combs' convoluted, shadowy past. And now, the resurfacing of shocking witness testimony has shattered the illusion, exposing a side of Lopez that no one ever saw coming. This all stems from allegations tied to the infamous 1999 Club New York shooting, a night that left 3 innocent clubgoers injured in a hail of gunfire and sent ripples through the entertainment world. At the time, J.Lo was Diddy's girlfriend, standing by his side as his empire expanded at breakneck speed. But recent developments suggest her role that night may have been far more significant than she let on. Witnesses claim Lopez played a key part in orchestrating the aftermath of the incident, allegedly helping to cover up critical details, while Diddy unleashed a campaign of bribery and intimidation to deflect suspicion. Could the woman who once sang about being Jenny from the block have been complicit in a scheme designed to protect a man who now faces a mountain of legal trouble? And if so, how deep does her involvement go? Clip
charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
The allegations don't stop there. A report suggests that resurfaced photos from September 2000, just a year after shooting, paint an alarming picture. Taken at the now-defunct Lotus nightclub during the MTV Video Music Awards afterparty, the images show a visibly tense Lopez locked in a heated argument with Diddy. In the photos, J.Lo, wearing a bold geometric pattern mini dress, glares an abusive, wielding Diddy, her sister Linda standing awkwardly nearby. The confrontation, which appeared to escalate as the night wore on, has left many asking, was this the moment Lopez realized she'd gotten over her head? Or, worse yet, could this fight have been about something far darker, something she knew but never revealed? Adding fuel to the fire are whispers about what may have happened later that same night. A bombshell rumor has surfaced suggesting J.Lo might have overheard, or even witnessed, a clandestine conversation between Diddy and none other than Jay-Z. According to speculative theories swirling online, this alleged meeting involved a disturbing discussion about protecting their reputations no matter the cost. Could this have been the beginning of a pact that some believe may have silenced Lopez for decades? If true, the implications are staggering. What secrets might she have carried for over 20 years? Knowing the consequences of speaking out could destroy not only her career, but the careers of others tied to the scandal.
I watched them, bow, bow, both of them fired, and the muzzle flash was like, psh, psh. Shine's muzzle flash was a little higher. He was on the side.
Of course, the timing of this resurfaced drama feels anything but coincidental. Diddy, who is currently locked behind bars awaiting trial on a slew of criminal charges, has been accused of using blackmail and manipulation to keep his powerful circle intact. But here's the twist. Some sources are now questioning whether those same tactics might have been used to catapult Lopez to superstardom that, let's not forget, her meteoric rise in the early 2000s, from chart-topping hits to leading roles in blockbuster films, happened during and immediately after her relationship with Diddy. Could it be that the tapes, bribes, and threats now haunting Diddy's empire were once tools used to shield Lopez as she climbed the ladder of fame? Was her career built on a foundation far shakier than we've been led to believe? The resurfaced photographs and allegations are just the beginning. The internet has been ablaze with theories that Lopez's silence during Diddy's many controversies wasn't just strategic, it was deliberate. And who could forget the infamous 2001 breakup? At the time, Lopez publicly distanced herself from Diddy, claiming their relationship had grown toxic and alluding to infidelity and emotional turmoil. But was there more to the story? Some believe their split may have been a calculated move to protect her image as the heat surrounding Diddy's legal troubles intensified.
Puffy's muzzle flash was a little lower, and he was on the side closest to where I was, straight ahead from me. I watched them both fire their guns.
Allegedly occurring the same night as the 2000 VMAs, has now dragged Lopez back into the spotlight. Although she is not named in the lawsuit and there is no direct evidence tying her to the alleged event, the timing of her fiery argument with Diddy and subsequent silence about the evening have reignited speculation. Was she merely a bystander, or did she know more than she let on? And if she did, why has she stayed so quiet all these years? Clip 5. As we dig deeper, the whispers surrounding Lopez's early career take an even darker turn. Some insiders claim that behind...
I got hit right here, in my nose, in between my eyes, which means I'm facing directly at you, just like I'm looking at you, and I can tell you...
As we dig deeper, the whispers surrounding Lopez's early career take an even darker turn. Some insiders claim that behind the glitz and glamour lay a silent agreement, one in which Lopez's success was carefully orchestrated by those around her, including Diddy, to ensure their secrets remain buried. Could it be that Diddy's infamous freak-off parties and his alleged manipulation of those in his inner circle were more than just sordid rumors? What if the very tools used to silence victims were also used to bolster Lopez's image as a rising star? The parallels are impossible to ignore.
Look at Diddy, for instance. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at him. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at, he has videos. He has videos of the parties. Now, what I've heard, which I don't know how much of it is in mainstream media, I don't really follow the story that much, but what I've heard from friends that are attorneys, friends of mine that have represented me before, agents and so on, is there's a bidding war going on.
And then there's a matter of Lopez's own words in a resurfaced interview from the early 2000s. She admitted her relationship with Diddy was tumultuous, filled with arguments and mistrust. She described nights spent searching for him in clubs, knocking on hotel doors, and wondering where he was at 3 o'clock in the morning. But was this erratic behavior just about infidelity? Or was there something more sinister at play? Could her desperation to keep tabs on him have stemmed from fears about what he might do or say if left unchecked? These are the questions that have left fans and critics alike speculating about the true nature of their relationship. And now, with an arrest warrant looming over Lopez and Diddy's trial threatening to expose even more skeletons, the stakes have never been higher. The glamorous facade that Lopez has so carefully maintained is beginning to crack, revealing a tangled web of secrets, lies, and betrayals that could redefine her legacy forever. But this story is far from over. The resurfaced allegations are just the tip of the iceberg, and as more details come to light, the world is left wondering, what else is Jennifer Lopez hiding?
To not be involved with a famous singer, to not come out, here's the price. And that they're just selling to the individuals that are in those. This is what I heard. They're selling those videos. So if you're Tommy X, and Tommy X is a big, big movie star, and he was at some of the Diddy parties, he was in one of those bedrooms with 3 other men, and he's happily married to a woman, and blah. Tommy doesn't want that video to come out.
And now the whispers grow louder. The alleged existence of Diddy's so-called party tapes is the explosive centerpiece of his spiraling legal troubles. And if the rumors are true, these recordings are a ticking time bomb for Hollywood's elite. Locked away in vaults, or as some claim, quietly being auctioned to the highest bidder. These videos could be the ultimate weapon of destruction. Careers, marriages, and reputations hang by a thread, with some insiders suggesting that the tapes feature shocking scenes from Diddy's infamous freak-offs. Daniel Baldwin, brother of A-list actor Alec Baldwin, recently stunned the public with his claims of a bidding war over this footage. According to Baldwin, these tapes don't just document Diddy's alleged misdeeds. They implicate A-list celebrities in behavior so salacious, it could rewrite the history of Hollywood itself. To not be involved with famous singer, to not come out. Here's the price. And that they're just selling to the individuals that are in those. This is what I heard. They're selling those videos. So if you're Tommy X, and Tommy X is a big, big movie star, and he was at some of the Diddy parties, he was in one of those bedrooms with 3 other men, and he's happily married to a woman and blah. Tommy doesn't want that video to come out. And here's where things take a chilling turn. Could Jennifer Lopez be one of the names caught up in the scandalous web? It's no secret that she was once a fixture in Diddy's inner circle during the height of their relationship, attending his lavish parties and sharing in the glitzy lifestyle he curated. While there's no evidence that J-Lo participated in these darker moments, the mere possibility that her presence could have been captured on tape raises serious questions. Did she see something that could destroy her image? And if so, how much does she know, and how far would she go to keep it hidden?
Same thing for Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the interesting thing about the Epstein and the theory about Epstein is we know he filmed people for sure on that island. He has a lot of movies, a lot of films of people that are very, very powerful political figures, and entertainers, business people. So, do you really believe that Jeffrey Epstein himself? And
of course not.
Of course not.
Yeah.
We can't ignore the timing of this turmoil. A.S. Diddy's empire crumbles. The cracks in Jlo's carefully curated life have started to show as well. Earlier this year, she finalized her divorce from Ben Affleck, a breakup that left fans reeling. While the official narrative pointed to irreconcilable differences, rumors have begun swirling that their split wasn't just about clashing lifestyles or Affleck's alleged frustrations with Lopez's demanding schedule. Some insiders are speculating that the resurfacing of Diddy's legal troubles and the possibility of J-Lo being dragged into the chaos might have played a role, that it's no secret that Affleck has struggled with public scrutiny in the past, and the idea of his wife being connected to such a scandal could have been the final straw. Did he know something we don't? And why did he choose to walk away when Lopez needed him most? And let's not forget, J-Lo has spent decades cultivating an image of perfection, a woman who rose from humble beginnings in the Bronx to become one of the most powerful names in entertainment. But as the walls close and around Diddy, it seems her spotless reputation is at risk of being dragged to the mud. Her silence, which once served as a shield, is now becoming a liability and the court of public opinion. Silence can be guilt by association. And many are starting to wonder if Jlo's decision to remain tight-lipped is less about loyalty and more about fear. Could she be protecting herself from fallout that goes far beyond her connection to Diddy? After all, Hollywood has long been a world of unspoken agreements and mutual silence, a culture that thrives on the idea that protecting the powerful is the price of staying in the game.
Did you ever spend time with the guy? Did you ever meet Diddy?
I've met him before, yeah.
How was he?
Very nice guy, very smart, super business. He's very successful.
And then there's a question of how far-reaching Diddy's influence really is. The allegations against him suggest a man who wielded power like a weapon, using money, manipulation, and allegedly blackmail to maintain control. The party tapes are said to be his ultimate trump card, a tool not just for personal enjoyment, but for ensuring the silence of those in his orbit. Could these tapes have been the very thing that helped J-Lo ascend from Jenny from the block to global icon status? Was her meteoric rise intertwined with a system that punished anyone who dared to speak out? It's a chilling thought, but one that can't be ignored in light of the damning allegations piling up against Diddy. Meanwhile, the emotional weight of Jlo's position cannot be overstated. On one hand, she could be a victim, another person caught in Diddy's labyrinth of control, forced to navigate a world where speaking out could mean professional sabotage. On the other hand, there's a growing suspicion that she may have benefited from the very system that is now unraveling before our eyes. There's a duality that makes her story all the more complicated. Is she a prisoner of her own past decisions? Or is she complicit in protecting the secrets that could destroy so many? And the stakes couldn't be higher. With Diddy's trial looming, the possibility of new subpoenas has sparked fresh speculation that Lopez might be called to testify. Imagine the spectacle. J-Lo under oath, forced to answer questions about events she spent decades trying to leave behind. What would she say? Could she finally reveal the truth, or would she risk her credibility to keep the past buried? The implications are staggering. That a single
people I don't think realized was he had cameras all over the place, unbeknownst to them. And now he has all that footage, supposedly. This is what I'm told. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens if, you're a huge iconic, TV star or movie star. And
if there's one detail sending shockwaves through these resurfacing allegations, it's the chilling mention of a mystery female celebrity in the lawsuit tied to the alleged 2000 after-party assault. The victim claims that a well-known woman was present in the room that night, standing by as two powerful men reportedly committed unspeakable acts. While the lawsuit doesn't name this individual, the descriptions are enough to ignite a firestorm of speculation. Could the unnamed witness hold the key to finally unraveling this tangled web of secrets? And more importantly, is there a chance that Jennifer Lopez could be the person described in these allegations? The timeline alone raises eyebrows at the low was not only at the 2000 MTV VMAs, but also photographed with Diddy at the after-party, hours before the alleged incident occurred. The resurfaced images show her at his side, visibly tense during their now infamous argument. While the lawsuit makes no direct accusations against Lopez, The very idea that she could have been present during such a horrific event changes the narrative entirely if she were indeed the mystery witness. It would cast a shadow over decades of silence, forcing us to ask, why didn't she speak out? Was she silenced, complicit, or simply too afraid to come forward?
Not sure. I don't buy for a minute that he's going to prison without getting out of here somewhere and stashing $2 billion or whatever. I think he has that kind of power, meaning Sean himself. But remember, it goes a lot deeper than that.
Regulated reports have suggested that the mystery witness may have played a much more complicated role than we realize. Some theories claim that this unnamed female may have been coerced into silence, possibly to the same alleged blackmail tactics Diddy is now being accused of using against others. And if those salacious rumors about Diddy's party tapes are true, could there be footage that proves her involvement or lack thereof? The stakes couldn't be higher. A revelation like this would not only rewrite Lopez's public image, but could also implicate her in one of the most disturbing chapters of Hollywood's history. The psychological weight of this possibility is staggering. Imagine carrying that knowledge for over 2 decades, watching his careers rise and fall, knowing that one word could bring it all crashing down. If Lopez is indeed the unnamed witness, her silence would raise difficult questions about morality, survival, and the sacrifices made in the name of self-preservation. Could it be that her success came with an unspoken price? Or is she simply another victim in a much larger, more sinister game of manipulation and control?
Do you think LeBron James is the only one that has an interest in whether his career is destroyed? No, Nike has an interest. No, certain apparel companies have interests. No, many other people that are involved in huge businesses that are part owners of giant conglomerate companies have an interest in that. So Shaquille O'Neal owns most of JCPenney's. But you're talking about companies that if it comes out, so they might be the one that says they'd pay $25 million.
Remains locked away for now, but the implications are haunting if Jlo's name were to be connected to this account. It would force us all to reevaluate everything we thought we knew about her. Should the innocent star caught in the gravitational pull of Diddy's scandals? Or is there a darker side to her story that is yet to come to light? As this saga unfolds, we may find ourselves asking not just what Jennifer Lopez knew, but how far she was willing to go to protect her secrets and her empire. But here's the real question. If she's forced to take the stand, will she protect herself, or finally pull back the curtain on Hollywood's dirtiest secrets? And if she does, what will it mean for the power players who spent years hiding behind closed doors? One thing is certain. This story is far from over to S. Diddy's empire collapses and the legal battles intensify. All eyes are on J-Lo. Her next move could change everything. What do you think? Could Jennifer Lopez be hiding more than we realize, or is she just another pawn in a much larger game? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned. We'll be here to bring you every twist and turn as this story unfolds. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and remember, in Hollywood, the truth is always stranger than fiction.